Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Emzy here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the month of August, how it went for me, the cards I pulled, what decks I used, and just generally how my life was in August. So yeah, let me just start with the updates. The first highlight of August was this thing that YouTube sent me, which is so exciting. Made me feel like a proper YouTuber when I got this, even though I don't have a lot of subscribers like other people do. But it was part of the partner perks. I got an email saying that I could get myself one of these because there's only a limited amount available. And it's like a movie director's cupboard. How cool is this? So cool. It's got a magnetic closure to say like cut. How cool is this? And you get like a little pen you can write on like the channel name, what video you're doing, how many takes you've done and the date. And I thought it was just such a cool accessory. I'm really going to cherish this so much because I love making YouTube videos, and it just made me feel like I was part of the YouTube community a bit more. Like, so I know I'm quite a small channel, but it just really made me happy knowing that I got this. It's so cool. So yeah, it was part of the partner perks. I've got a random email saying they only send certain emails to a certain amount of people, and I was lucky to be one of them. And I managed to get this gift from YouTube. How cool is that? I want to make a video with it, but I don't know what I'm going to film with it yet. Probably me making loads of outtakes because I'm always messing up how I speak and everything. So maybe I'll do that. But what a cool highlight for August. I just feel like I'm part of the YouTube gang now. That's so cool. I wanted to talk about what card I pulled for the month of August. I've been using the Dang Olsen Dream Tarot for my yearly spread, and the card I pulled for August was the King of Wands. That was my monthly card, and I pulled all these at the beginning of the year, and then just as the month turned up, I would then interpret the card to see what August would entail. And in the guidebook for this, it says like peak personal power, natural leader, visionary and persuasion, opportunities knocks, and take a chance, which is in this little guidebook here. But I wrote down that the King of Wands really is, confident leader, you've got bold action, you're a visionary. It signifies taking charge, initiating new projects and bringing ideas to completion. And you've got to harness your creative energy and pursue your goals. And you need to embody these qualities of acting as a leader and a motivator in my life, or maybe I'll encounter someone with those qualities who will offer guidance throughout the month of August. So that's what I wrote down. So, like, August, did I embrace leadership? Did I step forward, set clear goals, and take charge of my path? I think I did, because it's right towards the end of my apprenticeship now, and everything's got deadlines, like getting all the coursework through, all the criteria you need to get before the final observation exam endpoint assessment thing. So I think I was quite taking charge of my path, like being quite motivated and setting goals for myself to make sure I hit all the deadlines and everything. So that part's done. I'm now just waiting for the examination date. So it's quite nerve wracking. So we'll see how that's going to go. But I need to obviously revise and that sort of thing in September. I think it'll be like mid-September, towards the end of September, when I have my exam. So we'll see how that goes. And for August, I did feel like I fueled my passions and that sort of thing. Like, I was using my energy to pursue creative projects, I feel like, because me and my friend Rachel from university, I met up with her at the beginning because we attended to my friend's other friend Katie's baby shower, and she didn't know we was coming. It was quite a surprise. She didn't expect us to travel that far for it, so it was such a great surprise to see her shook in her face with all these people that were there for her and celebrating the new life she's creating and everything. It was just so wonderful. But yeah, I spent time with Rachel, and it was just we started being more creative. Like, we started doing online video calls, like doing art and things like that. So I feel like I did start fueling my creative side way more than I have been like in previous months. So like once a week, I'll go online and just get prompts from ChatGPT of art prompts and that sort of thing, and just start creating things. And it was just really fun, and it's nice to spend time with her doing arty stuff. So yeah, I do really feel like I've been fueling my passions in August. And I don't think I've been that much of a leader this month though. Like, trying to be like confident, and I have been setting high standards for myself with my apprenticeship. Like, I have been like practicing a lot and been like trying to get things as perfect as possible for my when I get my final observational exam, where someone watches you like 5 hours. So that's going to be quite nerve wracking, having someone to stare at me and judging every action I'm doing. So I've been trying to practice and make sure I'm doing everything as perfectly as possible. So I feel like my confidence has boosted a little bit than before I was practicing. So maybe, yeah, maybe my confidence has got a bit better throughout August. But I don't think I've been much of a leader. I feel like I've been going to my development coach for advice, and he's like in the leadership role of telling me what to expect on the course and how to hit certain criteria. So I feel like I've been going to someone with the King of Wands energy for advice. So I feel like this card has made a lot of sense here throughout August. And also, have been relying on my instincts in August, and like that's a part of the King of Wands. Like, he trusts his instincts. He relies on the experience and wisdom he has to guide his decisions and turn his ideas into reality. And I feel like I have been relying on my own experience for my course and everything, and all the knowledge I've learned over the year, and putting that into practice. So I feel like I have been doing that in August. So yeah, I feel like this applied quite strongly for August. So yeah, that's my monthly tarot card, which was quite true, really. Every card I've pulled this year has made sense. It's so strange. I really do love this deck, the Dang Olsen Dream Tarot. I think it's really good predictive deck to use. I don't know if I'll use that deck again for 2026. We'll see. But yeah, my August card was the King of Wands. So for the first week of August, I used these two decks together, the Mind's Eye Tarot and the Mermaid's Purse Oracle. I bought these together. This is a mass market, but this is indie. I got this off the Oneness Emporium website, and it's by the same creator, so I knew they'd pair really nicely. They've got like a mermaid sort of theme, otherworldly beings, that sort of thing. So let me just get the tarot deck out first. This one's the mass market, is the tarot deck. And then this is the Oracle. The Oracle deck only has a certain amount of cards in it, 40 cards in this Oracle deck. And that's what the backs look like. They both come with guidebooks. So this is the guidebook for the Oracle. And it just gives you a write-up of each of the cards, keywords, and then the meaning. And that's it throughout the book. And the card quality of this is so nice, like a rose petal finish. Really nice, like indie cardstock. But the cardstock on this mass market is amazing. It's like linen cardstock, and it's really nice. It's got a nice core to it, and it's so nice to shuffle with. And the guidebook for the tarot deck has introduction, and it goes straight into the meanings of the card. You get a picture of the card, a write up, and then upright meaning and versed meaning keywords. And it's like that throughout the book. With just 3 cards spread at the back. Oh yeah, that's the guidebooks for both of these. So you can tell like the backs really go because they're by the same creator. They've got like an eye in the middle. Let's turn these over. This one's got nice gold edging. This tarot deck. And this one doesn't have any edging on the Oracle deck. But look how amazing these look. I knew they would look amazing just because they're by the same creator. I just love the colours. I love the detailed line work in here. I've got some really nice readings out of these. It's just so cool, like the detailing of the colouring in and everything, and so cool. I love the eyes in this one with the flowers. And this one's so bright and wonderful. Really, really like these two decks. I knew they'd pair perfectly because same sort of artwork. So stunning. Now up the keywords in this Oracle as well. It's just so cool. So the tower and creation, something breaks down, something new starts to create. So yeah, I thought these were really cool together. This restricted cards cool as well. Gives me Eight of Swords sort of vibe. I love the patterns of the outfits on here. Like, it's just so much detail. It's so cool. Such a stunning pairing. And the readings we got were really good. I really like the guidebooks that come with these. It's got that otherworldly feel to it. These remind me of like, I know this one just isn't focused on like mermaids like the Oracle, but it's got a lot of water elements in here, all like swirly lines. Reminds you like you're underwater in the dark, maybe. Like in the deep depths of the ocean, that's what it feels like. It's got that sort of vibe to it. Especially the cup suit where I have like seashells. So stunning. Really do like these two decks together. That's the two decks I used in the first week of August, which was the Mind's Eye Tarot with the Mermaid's Purse Oracle. In the second week of August, I paired these two decks together, the Luna's Cinnamon Tarot and the Daily Crystal Inspiration. I mainly paired these two just on the colour palettes of these. I wasn't planning on using this deck, but my friend that I do art video calls with loves Cinnamon Roll. And I said, oh, I have a tarot deck of that. So I got it out and showed her. And then she wanted me to pull a card for her, so I did. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to pull a card for myself because I haven't actually done a daily card pull for myself yet. So that ended up being the tarot deck I used in the second week of August. And I thought I'd pair it with this Daily Crystal Inspiration cards because with Cinnamon there's a lot of white in like the colours of the deck. And I thought this one would pair quite nicely because there's a lot of white backgrounds in this. Completely different style. Like this is a like cartoon watercolour effect, and these are like photographs of crystals. But I think it worked okay actually. That's the backs of them. I love the backs of that crystal deck. That's the backs for the Cinnamon Roll deck. This is like a legit deck. It is been licensed by Sanrio, I'm pretty sure, because it has it on the back here. And it's by the Luna Factory. There's loads of characters that they've done tarot decks for that Sanrio characters. It's just so cute. I need to find a better pairing, I think, but I did quite like this pairing. I'll show you the guidebook for the Cinnamon Tarot first. So you just get a picture of the card here, and you get a little write-up of upright and reversal with keywords, and that's throughout the whole book. And it does give you some spreads at the back. So there is English translation, which is nice. And for the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck, you get how to use the cards, and then go into the meanings, no pictures or anything. You just get the keyword that's on the card as well, and then it gives you information, then core questions you can look at, and some crystal action you can do as well. quite like that. I have a huge crystal collection which I haven't utilised enough, so I need to actually get my crystals out and actually work with them, feel their energies and that sort of thing. So I quite liked having this crystal deck out and learning about the properties of them and everything. So that's what this guidebook's like, this deck. Let's show you how they paired. It's not the perfect pairing, but it worked. And I really like the keywords on this crystal deck. And this deck's just so cute, Cinnamoroll. It follows RWS imagery. It's basically the same, just with Sanrio character there. And just a really nice cardstock as well, actually. It's like a matte cardstock, it's pretty thick. And I just like the watercolour effect of the image. And this one's like a proper photograph of the crystal. And this cardstock on here is pretty decent as well. I've had this deck a long time, this crystal deck. I don't really have... I have a lot of anime sort of cartoony tarot decks, but I have yet to get an oracle with the same sort of style. So when I do eventually get that, maybe I can pair all these anime cartoony decks together. You got any suggestions for any oracle decks with that sort of art style? Let me know, because I'd really like to get perfect pairings for all the decks that I own. This worked out great though, because there's a lot of white in here, matches the background, but it's still not quite right, but it did still work really nicely. Because there's only keywords in the guidebook for this, there's not a lot of information. It's very limited. I was using really my own knowledge, not really referring to the guidebook that much from the Cinnamoroll Tarot. It's still there if you want to use it. And then I really liked reading the guidebook for crystals, just learning their properties. Yeah, it's quite interesting readings I got from these. So you've got like the Eight of Swords and you've got Be Kind to Yourself. So they did kind of match up a lot of the time. They're really cool. And sometimes the colours matched up as well, the green with the green crystals. The carnelian sort of goes with that heart. And the citrine goes with the stars. So it did have some sort of similar colours. And here we've got Angel Aura Quartz and Cinnamoroll's in the Clouds. Quite cool how it sometimes like matched up with like the pillows and the background with the red and green in crystal. Yeah, they kind of work. But I do recommend this crystal deck. I think it's really one of the best ones out there. And obviously, if you're a fan of Sanrio characters, I'd recommend the tarot deck too. But it's really just an RWS clone, really, with characters that are different. But it's so cute. I do quite like it. So the second week of August, I used the Lunar Cinnamoroll Tarot with the Daily Crystal Inspiration cards, which has 52 cards in it, which is a decent amount for an oracle. In the third week of August, I used Your First Tarot with the Messages from the Heart of the Divine Oracle deck. Again, I was trying to find something that matched this colour palette of this tarot deck. This one's got a lot of pinky, purpley, blue colours in it. It's an RWS recoloured deck. It's got gold edging on the sides. That's what the backs look like. And what I like about this is it's got keywords on the bottom. So it's great for a beginner. And that's the backs for the oracle that I use. I feel like it kind of had a pinky theme. I know it's not the perfect pairing, but I really didn't know what to pair with this deck. I've yet to find the one perfect one. I'll show you the guide for the oracle first. It talks about the deck, how to use it, spreads. Then it goes into messages where you get a write-up of the card. And then a ritual you can do, which I really liked. It was something that you didn't need tools for, like you just imagine things in like meditational sort of state, and quite liked the rituals in here. Or just go outside and sit in nature, like really simple things that you can do. There's no images in this guidebook, just the write up and the ritual that you can do. So yeah, really nice guidebook. I really like the messages. I don't know how many cards are in this oracle. There's 44 cards in the oracle deck. And then the guidebook for the first tarot, your first tarot, sorry, it's got a lot of information in it. It talks about the tarot system. I do have a full walkthrough of this that you release if you want to look more in detail. So you've got spreads, and then you get a lot of keywords for the card, empowering meanings, reverse meanings, and then affirmation, and it's like that for all the cards. And then it's just got information about the creator at the back. Yeah, really nice little detailed book that comes with this. Great. It's targeted for a beginner deck, so it's really, I think it's got really a lot of information. I wish decks like this came out when I was a beginner, because I end up with a Pip Marseille type deck, and I was just confused and didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, if this came out 20 years ago, perfect. So much choice now for beginners. Quite envious now, really. Like there wasn't a lot back in the day. You're old when I say that. But yeah, I've kind of matched these two together based on like the colour scheme. There's a lot of blue and pinks in this deck to match the colours of this one. And I really like this oracle. It's very empowering. There's a lot of feminine energy in this. So it's all about personal power and like very like inspirational and motivational type of deck, oracle deck. And I just love the keywords on here, because if you're in a rush, you don't really want to spend a lot of time on your readings, the keywords are right there for you. Especially for cards that you're not 100% on. Like even now, I get confused over court cards. It's just really hard sometimes to remember the archetypes of them for some reason, and I just forget. So having the keywords does like give you a reminder. You're like, oh yeah, I remember now. I don't know why court cards are so tricky for everyone, but they are. Yeah, I thought these paired okay. Not the perfect pairing, but I didn't know what else to go with it. But I just went with the colours, where you got all like the yellows, pinks, and greens in the watercolour here, and that's what you got in that colour palette of this deck. I thought it kind of worked. So yeah, I got a lot of inspiring messages from these readings I use, especially because this oracle deck is that way inclined. So I was all like, yeah, I can do this. Sort of energy. I just felt inspired. I suppose that kind of maybe why I had King of Wands energy in August. So I had like that passion behind me, and this deck kind of helped fuel that passion of getting creative and that sort of thing. Yeah, really cool decks, and that's what I used in the third week of August, which was your first tarot with messages from the heart of the Divine Oracle deck. In the fourth week of August, I used these two decks together, the Scion Tarot with the Scion Sigils. They were both brought together and they're meant to be used together. So this one's really not an oracle, really. It's a bit like more of focusing on the major arcana. So let me just show you the cards. The cardstock on these are so nice. Nice linen cardstock, buttery smooth and so nice to shuffle. I really do like how these have been made. I really like the box design as well. The little symbols on there, really cool. And this is the box for the sigils. And again, it's got amazing cardstock, and the backs are similar but just different colours. But yeah, again, amazing cardstock too. So let's flip them over. And they're both using Pixies art, sort of remade and redrawn, but it's fitting with that style of Pamela Colman Smith's work. That it feels very familiar, reminds you of RWS because it's using that sort of art. But what I like about this tarot deck is it's very witchy, feminine base. There's a lot of broomsticks and witch hats in this deck. Let me just show you the guidebook for the tarot first. It talks about why they made the deck. It goes into introduction and the artwork. Talks about major and minor and the court cards because they've all been renamed, the court cards, and the majors as well. And then it goes into the meaning of the cards, gives you a description of what you see on the card, then upright position, then what it correlates to. So this one's the Fool, and then keywords as well. It's like that throughout the whole book, and then you get a little bit less for the minor description of what you're looking at, then upright position, and that's what, and some spreads at the back. It's a really nice little guidebook. And the sigils deck is a bit different. It's taking like the imagery of the major, so this one is the High Priestess, and turn it into a sigil, and it has a keyword on it. And you're meant to like empower that sigil for the day when you pull it. That's how I was using it anyway. So it was like a little spell you was doing with sigils. And it talks about, in this guidebook here, it talks about the creator, introduction. It talks about how sigils have been used from the beginning of time. And it tells you how it created them, so you can see here how they drew the sigil on top of the image from the tarot deck. So each one correlates with the major arcana in this oracle. It tells you how to use them. Most common way is to incorporate them into your regular practice, focus your intentions, select a card once daily or once a week, and this will demonstrate your commitment and make this work a good habit. And after selection of sigil, put it in a place of prominence and power, and carry the empowered sigil, strengthens your connection to it, and like you can empower like the High Priestess sort of energy if you pulled this card. Really interesting way of using it. So it's not so much an oracle. It was interesting when I pulled the major and then I got the same one from the sigil. So it really like, I can't remember what one it was. It might have been the Magician. And I had it twice. And I was like, yeah, I really need to like cultivate my tools and manifest. And so yeah, it's really interesting. So it was nice reading through this, and then it gives you like the sigil, what it depicts, keywords, and like a meaning, and it's got that for all these. I think there's only 22 cards in this oracle because it correlates with the major arcana. Let's do a flip through of these now. I love the art in here, it's so nice. I really do enjoy it. I think it's beautiful. So you've got all the majors are seen to be renamed. So like you've got the Elevation instead of the Empress. And then you've got the Hermit sigil here for Solitude. I really like this Invocation card, so cool. So yeah, it's beautiful artwork, and I've really enjoyed getting readings from this. So different. It's very female centric based, this deck. So you've got Lucifer instead and the Devil. Really cool. It's like a modern take on the RWS, but still using that same art style. I found it really cool and interesting. I love that they got like witchy hats on. So fun. And I love the bright colours. Kind of reminds me of the AOS tarot. What was it? The Austin Osman Spare tarot with the backgrounds. Because the back of his cards kind of had this sort of colour palette. And it's giving me that sort of vibe where it was all quite random and the colour scheme and everything. I just thought it was really interesting. And I don't know if they got inspired by that deck with the colours on what, I don't know. But that's what it reminds me of a little bit. So I thought that was quite interesting. Yeah, such a cool little deck. And it just tells you about the illustrator. I left those in. That's a cool Ten of Swords card. I really like that. But yeah, it's really interesting. And I like the different like diversity in the ladies in this. So it's very female centric. Very. I don't think there's any males in here if I can recall. But it's really cool. New deck. It's only just come out. I've discovered it on the Hermit's Caves channel. I was like, oh, I need this in my life. It's so amazing. So nice. So yeah, that was the last deck I used in August was the Cyan Tarot with the Cyan Sigils. So just to recap, in the month of August, in the first week, I used the Mind's Eye Tarot with the Mermaid's Purse Oracle. In the second week, I used Luna's Cinnamoroll Tarot with the Daily Crystal Inspiration cards. In the third week, I used Your First Tarot with the Messages from the Heart of the Divine Oracle deck. And in the fourth week, I used the Cyan Tarot and the Cyan Sigils. And if I was going to rank these, I think my first one would be... This would be number one, I think. I really fell in love with the art. I really like the sigil aspect where you could put a card that embodied like the major arcana and have that as your focus of the day, of embracing that archetypal energy. And I just really quite liked that combination, and I really liked the amazing art, and the card stock's amazing. So good. Really enjoyed this. So this would be my number one ranking. Number two would be the Mind's Eye Tarot with the Mermaid's Purse Oracle. Beautiful artwork, so detailed, and quite like the guidebooks on these, really nice. And I think for the third position would be Your First Tarot with the Message from the Heart of Divine. I quite like the empowering messages from this Oracle deck, and I really like this recoloured RWS, and enjoy the keywords. I kind of agree with most of keywords put on the cards as well. So, and I quite like the little guidebook that comes with this too. So that would be ranking number 3. And number 4 would be the Luna's Cinnamoroll Tarot with the Daily Crystal Inspiration cards. This Oracle deck's amazing. It's a great crystal deck. But this pairing wasn't the best pairing. But I thought Cinnamoroll's really cute. And yeah, it's just an RWS redrawn. And the guidebook's very limited because it's from got 2 different languages in it. It's just been translated, and mainly just keywords in it. But quite liked the messages I got, but I just feel like the pairing wasn't the right pairing. This one was okay, but that wasn't great. But obviously these two were made to be paired together, so that's why these are my top 2, because they was designed that way. So yeah, so number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So yeah, that's all the decks I used in August. Please give me a like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos. And let me know down below if you have any of these decks and how you feel about them, or do you use them differently to how I use them. Yeah, I'd love to hear back from you. I love commenting back on people and talking about tarot and oracles. Just, yeah, you're just like my people. So, and I don't get to talk about it in real life because no one really gets it apart from one long distance friend that's sort of into it but not as enthusiastic about it as I am. So yeah, please comment down below. I enjoy interacting with everybody. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.